Welcome to our Let's Learn channel. Today we are going to see about gravitation. We always observe that an object dropped from a height falls towards the ground. It is said that one day Newton sat under an apple tree and had tea with his friends. He saw an apple falling to ground. This incident made him to think about falling bodies. He concluded that the same force of gravitation which attracts the apple to the earth might also be responsible for attracting the moon and keeping it in its orbit. So Newton assumed that both the moon and apples are accelerated towards the center of the earth, but their motions differs because the moon has a tangential velocity whereas the apple does not have. So next, Newton's law of gravitation. Uh, the law states that every particle of matter in the universe attracts every other particle with a force which is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. The force acts along the line joining the centers of two objects. Here we are considering mass m1 and m2 and separated by a distance d. So let's take F is directly proportional to M1 and M2, which is nothing but directly proportional to the product of their masses, M1 and M2, and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them, which is nothing but F is inversely proportional to the 1 by D square. So by combining equation 1 and 2, we are getting that F is proportional to M1, M2 divided by D square. Here this is equation 3, and here we are getting F is equal to capital G, which is nothing but constant of proportionality. Here we are taking proportionality constant as G, and which is known as universal gravitational constant capital G. So m1 m2 divided by d square. Here hence the gravitational constant G is we we want, so that G is equal to F into d square by m1 into m2. So we know this, the unit of gravity is found to be Newton meter square per kg square. So the value of G is nothing but 6.673 into 10 power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. So this is the important gravitational value. We should remember this. So next we are going to see about acceleration due to gravity. Galileo was the first person to make a systematic study of the motion of a body under the gravity of the earth. He dropped various objects from the Leaning Tower of Pisa and made analysis of their motion under gravity. Then he came to the conclusion that in the absence of air, all bodies will fall at the same rate, which means it is the air resistance that slows down a piece of paper or a parachute falling under gravity. If a heavy stone and parachute are dropped where there is no error, both will fall together at the same rate only. So experimentally shows that velocity of a free falling body under gravity increases at a constant rate. That means with a constant acceleration. Here that acceleration is produced in a body on account of the force of gravity is called acceleration due to gravity. So here it is differs from place to place on the surface of the earth. It also varies with the altitude and depth. So here the value of G at sea level at a latitude of 45 degrees taken as a standard value 9.8 meter per second square. So we are going to see about acceleration due to gravity at the surface of the earth. Consider a body of mass m on the surface, which is nothing but small m, and earth is shown as a green color. This is nothing but considered as the earth, and its distance from the center of earth is capital R, which is nothing but the radius of the earth, and the gravitational force experienced by the body is F is equal to G, capital G, which is nothing but universal gravitational constant, capital M, which is nothing but the mass of the earth, small m is nothing but the mass on the surface of the earth, and divided by r square, which is nothing but the radius of the earth. And this is the center point, and here I'm showing radius through a lollipop, and here this is like consider an arrow, but here I place a fish. So next, where capital M is the mass of the earth, from Newton's second law of motion we know very well that F is equal to ma. Now we are just considering small g. um so next, equating the above two forces, uh, G, capital M, small m divided by r square equal to mg. So we can say that small m get cancelled. So G is equal to gm, capital G, capital M divided by r square. So this equation shows that G is independent of the mass of the body, small m, but it varies with the distance from the center of the earth. So it is assumed that earth is assumed to be a sphere of the radius, which is nothing but a capital R. The value of G on the surface of the earth is given by G is equal to capital G, capital M divided by capital R square. So gravitational constant, mass of the earth, and radius of the earth. So next we are going to see about mass of the earth. Some problem here, simple problem. We know very well that small g is equal to universal gravitational constant into mass of the earth divided by r square, which is nothing but the radius of the earth. So we know this formula. Now we want only mass. So we have to find mass of the earth. So simply we are getting this form: m is equal to small g r square divided by capital G. We know very well that small g value, so that is nothing but a standard value 9.8 meter per second square. And also we should know this radius of the earth 6.38 into 10 power 6. Here r square, that's what we are putting square, and divided by 6.67 into 10 power minus 11. This is nothing but a universal gravitational constant value we learned already. So by multiplied and by dividing the value, we are getting a mass of the earth is equal to 5.98 into 10 power 24 kg. So this is the mass of the earth. This is a simple problem. We should work out this. So these are the constant values we should remember. Otherwise, we can easily multiply and divide. So next we are going to see about gravitational field. Let us consider two masses separated by a distance exert gravitational forces on one another. So this is called action at a distance. They interact even though they are not in physically contact or in contact. So this interaction can also be explained the field concept. So a particle or a body placed at a point modifies the space around it, which is called gravitational field, and here it is shown. And so we can say that when another particle is brought in this field, it experiences gravitational force of attraction. So the gravitational field is defined as the space around a mass in which it can exert gravitational force on other mass. Here we can see here sun, Mercury, Venus, and earth. So this is a simple example, and for a gravitational field. So now we are going to see about gravitational field intensity. Gravitational field intensity or strength at a point is defined as the force experienced by a body unit mass placed at that point. So it is denoted by capital E and its unit is capital N, which is nothing but Newton per kg. So we are considering a body of mass capital M at a point Q and another mass small m at capital P, and our distance from Q is r, from Q to P, which is nothing but distance is small r. So the mass capital M develops a field E. So at P, so this field exerts a force. So F is equal to M, which means small m into capital E. So here the gravitational force of attraction between the masses small m and capital M is nothing but F is equal to capital G capital M small m divided by r square. So the gravitational field intensity at P is nothing but capital E is equal to Gm divided by r square. So we know very well that F is equal to me, just place instead of F m into E. So mm will get cancelled. So E will be become Gm divided by r square. So gravitational field intensity is at the measure of gravitational field. So now we are going to see about gravitational potential difference. A gravitational potential difference between 2 points is defined as the amount of work done in moving unit mass from one point to another point against the gravitational force of attraction. So we are considering 2 points A and B separated by a distance dr. Here it is shown. So we can say that work done in moving unit mass from A to B is dV by which means dV is equal to W, which is nothing but work done in moving unit mass. So W is nothing but work done from A to B. So next gravitational potential difference what we are getting is simple. dV is equal to minus E into dr. Here the negative sign indicates that work done is against the gravitational field. This is what we saw here, against the gravitational force of attraction. So that we are getting here minus E into dr. So next we are going to see about gravitational potential. Gravitational potential at a point is defined as the amount of work in moving unit mass from the point to infinite against the gravitational field. This is also like potential difference what we saw last slide. So but here the difference is from the point to infinity against the gravitational. There we saw the one to another point against the gravitational force of attraction, but here we are seeing unit mass from the point to infinity against the gravitational field. So this is a scalar quantity and unit for gravitational potential is Newton into meter per kg. So next, and now we are going to see about gravitational mass. According to Newton's law of gravitation, the gravitational force acting on a body is proportional to the mass. So we can measure the mass of a body by measuring the gravitational force exerted on it by a massive body like Earth. So gravitational mass is the mass of a body which determines the magnitude of gravitational pull between the body and the Earth. So here we are considering that Fa and Fb are gravitational forces of attraction. So this is nothing but gravitational forces and two bodies of masses Ma and Mb due to the Earth. And we know very well the formula that F is equal to capital G small m capital M divided by r square. So here we are considering for uh, uh, FA and FB, which means two bodies of masses and forces of attraction. So we are considering FA and FB. So FA is equal to capital G small ma capital M divided by R square, and similarly we can write for another body. So therefore we are getting, if you are divide it, means that FA divided by FB means GG will get cancelled and MM will get cancelled, R square also will get cancelled. Simply we'll get only MA divided by MB. So MA divided by MB, that means two bodies of masses is equal to FA and B, which is nothing but gravitation forces of attraction on the earth. Also we know very well this, the capital M is mass of the earth and the capital R is radius of the earth, and capital G is gravitational constant, and small m is nothing but the masses of two bodies here, MA and MB. Thank you for your attention. Kindly subscribe and like and share.